Hi Raters, welcome to TypeFocus. TypeFocus is a tool that we utilize that will help you get to know a little bit about who you are, explore occupations that might be a good match based on who you are, and help you create a roadmap for you to be successful within your career. On the left-hand side, when you first log into TypeFocus, you'll notice that there are 6 steps. Steps 1, 2, and 3 are steps that should be done together, and steps 4, 5, and 6 might be more of interest to you as you get closer to graduation or as an alumni. If you come across any videos or any paragraphs with information, make sure to read it or take a watch, as it might have important information based on your results to help give you some more clarity. With step one is all about self-assessments. These are looking at trying to find your natural strengths, your preferences, and just really who you are as a person. So you'll notice at the top there's 5 different assessments you can take: personality, interests, skills, values, and success factors. When you've completed the assessments, there'll be a green check next to that assessment in the box. And by clicking on the box again, you can view your results in addition to seeing more information based on whatever the results ended up being. All this information continues on in each different assessment that you took. If you wanted to look at occupation results based on a specific assessment alone, and only alone, so I'll use personality for example, the farther you scroll down, it allows you to look at occupations based on your personality type or whatever assessment you chose. So these are all going to be occupations that match your personality type. When you've completed all of your assessments, you can go on to step 2. Step 2 is for exploring your options. So within step 2, it takes the results from all the assessments that you completed and compiles them into a table with occupations that best match different assessment results. So the farther you scroll down, it shows different options to view them. The most popular one is using the 4 assessments, the 3 assessment, and the 2 assessments. For the sake of showing, I'm going to use a 2 assessment one. So when it brings up the chart, this is an opportunity for you to look at all the occupations that are listed. And when the occupation, if you select it, it'll end up bringing up a description, pay information, skills needed, wages, what kind of education levels needed, interest values of that occupation, a whole different slew of a career profile. If this is something you're interested in, you can save this occupation for future reference, rank how interested you are, and it'll save it and keep it in another place too. When you end up saving it, it'll end up putting a check mark into that saved column. The next column are majors that fit this occupation that you can explore at Wright State. So in addition to being majors, these also might be minors or certificates or graduate programs. So you'll definitely want to make sure that what you're looking at is a specific major for a bachelor's program if that's what you're trying to pursue. As you see programs that you're interested in, so say I was interested in arts management, I could save this major for future reference that will also keep track of it, just like the occupations. And as you save occupations, you'll realize that there are other checks that show up next to the saved option. So because these pull different majors, instead of having to search all over Wright State's webpage, that web column has different direct links to each program profile. That way you can do some research and see what exactly those are and what the requirements are at Wright State without having to constantly search for it. The most important column here is this assessments column. So because I had selected to look at the occupations that match 2 assessments, you'll see only 2 letters within these columns for each one. So the acute care nurse matches my interests and skills, but it doesn't match my personality or my values. For advertising and promotions manager, it doesn't match my personality or my interests, but it matches my skills and my values. So if it matches your personality, there'll be a P. If it matches your interests, it'll be an I. If it matches your skills, it'll be an S. And if it matches your values, it'll be a V. The next column is this little leaf. So it has the green economy activities and technologies that increase the demand for occupations, in addition to the bright outlook occupations, which these ones are those that are expected to grow and there'll be large numbers of job openings. Then you have your annual salary of what you would expect to make on average within these positions. And then there's the career cluster that that occupation falls under. There is one more column that ends up getting cut off, so you have to scroll to the bottom. But this one lists the job zone. So this is showing how much preparation is needed to reach this occupation. You'll notice that these occupations will range all across the board. You are only going to know what you like. There's a lot of different pieces of personalities and experiences where there'll be some people that would have the same results that really like some of the occupations and hate the other, while that same person with the same personality type and same interest code might love occupations that the other person disliked. There's a lot of facets to it. This isn't this is what you should do for a living. This is results that people tend to be successful with and happy with based on their personality, their interests, and their values and skills, and really helping you make an informed decision in hopes that you can find that enjoyment and happiness within your work. And step 3 is create your career roadmap. So this is where you'll find any of those saved occupations that you had and any saved majors to kind of help you stay organized in what was really of interest to you. Then there's the opportunity to fill things in to kind of create what that roadmap looks like for you to be successful in this position, to have opportunities to network and to job shadow and really get to experience the occupations you're interested in firsthand. And this will help you stay on track to be successful and to be desirable for employers. And while steps 4, 5, and 6 might be more valuable to you a little bit later as you're moving closer to graduation or becoming alumni, there are some really cool features in here that help you look at, for example, your personal branding based on your personality type, maybe some things to have stand out on your resume, best ways to help you network. But even the step 6 is probably more for alumni being on the job, but really helps you compare different personality types among people, see which personality clashes might exist with your personality type, and really help you to reduce conflict and enjoy your work and the company that you work for, and to create an environment where everyone feels happy with the work that they're doing. TypeFocus is a tool that you can use as much as you want and log in and out for as long as you need to. So consider it a lifelong resource that starts with your first decision about selecting a major and continues well past graduation to help you be successful in your career. If you have questions or would like to talk more with someone about your career path, please feel free to reach out to Career Services and schedule an appointment.